Okay, here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of the Telecast. Today, we have a better setup. We're back in the Minecraft world. Hello, Mr. Spider. Oh, I died, and I have nothing on me. Okay. We are back in the Minecraft world with Jacob. What's going on, Jacob?
What's going on, Luke Wilson TV fans and Telecast listeners?
Yo, guys. Let me know if the Telecast name needs adjusting. Usually, I'm pretty picky about coming up with names. That one, I just kind of came up with and let it go. I don't know. Is it cringe to bring up, like, when you ask for Brookie Dough Ice at Rita's? It's like, yeah, can I get that Brookie Dough? It's like a nails on a chalkboard trying to, like, ask for it. Sorry, guys. I had no funny...
Shameful to ask for it.
Yeah. No, well, that's like the whole, like, the Cold Stone thing where it's like, can I get a gotta have it size? And it's like...
That's actually a size there?
Yeah, it's like it, love it, and gotta have it or something. Something like that.
That's the size my ex-wife used to ask for.
Oh, got him. Speaking of large people, did you know that Super Size Me was actually fake, kind of?
Yeah, that guy's a scam.
Yeah,
Little
like,
fraudster.
well, one of the things they said was, like, him getting, like, sweaty from eating all the food and stuff and getting, like, an increased heart rate. This guy was, like, an alcoholic beforehand, and he quit to do the challenge because, like, you know, it's like when you're making a big documentary, it's kind of easy to give up alcoholism. And apparently the alcohol withdrawal, like, was what was making him sweat and stuff.
Jeez.
So,
Yeah, I feel like he probably just, like, gave up alcohol, made a bunch of money off of it, and then went back to being an alcoholic.
yeah, hey, yeah, you gotta fund your addiction somehow. Even if it takes... Oh, oh no.
And, like, he never gave up, like, binging. Like, he just started binge eating for the documentary and then binge drank afterwards, probably.
Yeah, dude. That's a good strat. This is not good. The current thumbnail for the stream is something not correct. Here we go. Let's do this. Come on, Jeffrey. It's Did you like the previous episode's thumbnail?
Yeah, no, that was cool. I like that a lot. It was funny.
Dude, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to come up with thumbnails. And that, I mean, for these, like, podcasts and stuff, I just do something funny. I don't know. Like, it just kind of comes into my head.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the best, like, creations are the ones that you don't really, like, plan, and they just kind of, like, happen.
Like me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Dude,
yeah.
happy little accidents.
That's what Bob Ross says, isn't it?
Mm.
Wait, where are you
But,
at in this world?
I'm just, like, digging out dirt. I don't know. I'm just, like, kind of making a big area and, like, possibly
Digging-
gonna do something with it.
Digging into dirt.
Digging in the dirt.
Where? See, I remember you had, like, a giant thing
Quiet
set up
hallway.
here.
Yeah, I have this big giant castle, or not castle, but, like, I don't know, mansion type thing. I just don't know what to do with the interior.
Is it?
I struggle with the interiors of houses.
Dude, that's where I'm at my best, is doing interiors. Like,
I just, like,
I don't know.
I don't know what to do with the space. Like, I have so much space, I just don't know what to do with it.
You got to think of it like a real house. Like, think about
True.
logically. Like, put yourself in the perspective of, like, a person living in the world and say, like, oh, like, when I walk in, what would I do? I'd, like, make an area, like, for my coat and stuff. Like, here, I'd put, like, armor and, like, boots and stuff. Over here can be, like, the big home theater.
Kitchen,
And
kitchen
then
maybe.
kitchen, like,
Yeah.
in here, yeah, where there's, like, stairs and stuff. Up here, you could do, like, a little, like, library enchanting section, like, right here. I don't know. Over here, it could be, like, bathroom. You gotta have a bathroom, man.
Bathroom, bedroom maybe.
Yeah, and then you could just put, like, railings and hedges and stuff outside here. Make it like a living roof
Yeah.
or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Here's a piece of moss carpet.
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I definitely could just, like, I gotta start somewhere, and then once I do that, it'll just kind of take life.
I lost all my stuff, except for my diamond armor. I might just wear it and say screw it, because honestly, like ever since they updated the mines, it's not really. I don't feel bad wasting diamonds because there's like a lot, you know.
Oh, there's like a bazillion diamonds everywhere now.
Diamonds everywhere. Oh wait, I need to pay attention to like the YouTube stream. If there are people like talking in here or whatever. I don't think there are actually, but you never know. Guess we'll never know. Grab a pen, put a pin in it. Oh, here, I was gonna do this. Yeah, I need to quick update the thumbnail. Bada boom, bada bam. Wait, so how's the job hunt going? You said,
Job hunt?
I mean, you have a job, right? Is there anything
Oh yeah.
that you can speak about freely?
Not really at this time.
Not at this time.
Not at this time. But I just gotta say, for all the graduates out there, keep looking. You'll find something. It's definitely just a grind. You can't expect anything to just be easy, but you'll find something that fits and works.
Agreed. Honestly, I think just networking, taking advantage of people in your life, not taking advantage of people, but you know,
Yes, no one clipped that.
yeah, no, your friends and your family and your advisors and things are all resources. And you know, if you're afraid of a relationship just being transactional, don't, because if you're worrying about that, then you're not the type of person who's going to take advantage of people, you know, for like their
That's how you get
in a
ahead.
nefarious way.
And sometimes you gotta make the uncomfortable like conversation with someone random that you're not really that close with, but like you kind of like know.
Yeah, that's
Like I don't know, like your uncle's friend who works at blah 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 company. Like just have a conversation with him, try to maybe make him laugh or something, connect with him a little bit, network. Might lead to something. You never know.
yeah, that's well, like my cousin, he sells cars, and my parents were like, "Oh, go talk to him," because I needed a new car, and I don't know, like we don't really talk that much. I mean, if we're at like family functions and stuff, we'll say hi, but like we're not like super close or anything. But that buying a car from him, you know, some might be like, "Oh, you're just like using this person to get like a cheap deal or whatever," but that actually ended up making that relationship better, you know, because it's like, let's see, the best way I can explain this is by like taking a step back, because there's been a big realization that I've had recently where people have things that they want to share with you. For instance, like, you know, I have this amazing grill, and you know, come over and I'll cook for you. And it's like you feel bad because the person's like doing all this cooking, but in reality they love that they're getting the use out of their grill, and that you're, you know. And that's like a big thing with like a lot of dads. There's like one thing that like a dad like wants to like bust out all the time, you know.
Yeah. And another thing like that, like yesterday I was at my friend's bachelor party, and like we just had like Wagyu steaks and stuff, and like there's like a last piece, and we're all like, "Oh, like it's your bachelor party, like you should get the last piece." And he's like, "Nah, like I want everyone to have like a little piece of it, cuz like, you know, I just like sharing it, like things I enjoy, you know, that kind of thing." So he ended up like splitting the steak amongst us all, and like it was like the fish and the bread loaves. And we like split this piece of the last piece of steak amongst like the 7 of us.
Wagyu steak and well, what's like a bougie drink? What was that water?
Wagyu steak and like Perrier water.
Yeah. No, wait, what was that water called? That was like it's like a thing. It was the thing that like big jacked dude was drinking.
Was it the was it Voss?
Yeah,
or
Voss
the
water.
other one?
Yeah, Wagyu steak and
there's
Voss
another
water.
one. Fiji water.
No, Fiji was like that was like older. I mean, it's still like one of those waters that are, you know, but like yeah, that was like a big trend. I think that was the first one that like started off the like bougie water trend.
Yeah. It's funny because like before like everyone was drinking like Voss water and stuff. Like I used to get that all the time at Ross's. Like
Voss is at Ross's.
they would always have Voss at Ross. So you could just get it for super cheap, and like I don't know. I just thought the
Funny.
bottle was cool, and I like thought it looked cool to drink it. So like I would get them. And like I don't know, they did taste like genuinely like more refreshing than like a regular bottled water.
That's
It's all like
funny.
a mind trick, but like it genuinely did.
Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I used to be really big into trying like all the different waters and seeing if they taste different.
Yeah, I never did that with water, but I did that with like a bunch of other stuff. I remember I did a YouTube video on the difference between McDonald's Sprite and regular Sprite.
Yeah, I remember watching that. Um, but yeah, there's like I don't know, like different waters taste different depending on like what they're in. Like if it's like a metallic-y can, or if it's like a paper thing, or a lot of the plastic ones even taste different.
Yeah.
Nothing hits though like a good like I don't know, if you get like a water out of like a pitcher or something, I feel like that's the best water.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, I think there's actually something to that because, like, if you let tap water sit out, apparently, like the stuff that could be harmful in there actually turns not harmful. Like, I don't know, like, it like separates out or something. Like the minerals like fall to the bottom of the thing, and it's apparently like safer and better for you. So like, I don't know, maybe like a big pitcher, you know, because it's probably going to be out like when you're really thirsty, like at a Italian restaurant or something, when you've eaten just like garlic and bread for the past, hour,
Yeah.
or like I don't know, like around summertime. But I feel like when it sits out and like that ice and stuff, it kind of like aerates it and makes it like crispy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they said how they put chemicals in the water to turn the frogs gay, but if you let it sit out, it just makes you like buff as shit or something.
Yeah, yeah,
That's like the reverse.
that's
It's
the
just like
opposite effect, actually.
yeah, it doesn't make you like more feminine. It just kind of buffins you up.
Buffins.
Buffins.
It buffins your muffins.
Yeah, it buffins you.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can put this over here and this over here. Make this a little bit better. The dirtier, the better. Yeah, this is better.
I got so much like I have a silk touch pick. I'm just going through and like mining a bunch of ores right now.
I've just
It's
been
like a
walking
second
up and down the stairs and doing nothing. I need to
Ding, 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 ding.
actually do something productive in this world.
I don't know why, but like the Plants vs Zombies like theme song has been stuck in my head, and I don't know. It's just like just that little like opening like din 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 din.
The did you ever play Peggle?
Oh yes, yeah, Peggle is fun.
Dude, I actually have a disc. I don't know
Oh, like
where
a
it is.
PC-ROM, CD-ROM
Yeah,
disc.
my
Oh,
mom
that's
found it, and it's in like horrible shape, but it has Peggle written on it in like horrible letters. Actually, you know what? Is it over? I have no idea where it is, but it's close by. I don't know. That disc was like also right next to the one. Did I show you? It was a video of me as JFK.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, that like those were like in the same thing. My mom was like, "Do you want this CD thrown out?" And I was, or DVD, and I was like, "No, let me see what's on it." And I found that absolute gem.
That's funny.
Along with the Peggle is the gem, and then the JFK thing was the other cool find.
Hey, blown away. What else do I have to say?
We didn't start the fire.
But yeah, I don't know, those CD-ROM things. I feel like they were from like a lost era. Like
Like
there's
yeah,
that like era was so like random, and like I feel like not that many people had like. I mean, maybe I'm just like kind of blind to it because I wasn't like really like old enough to like experience it. But like I know like at least like the kids games ones we had, but we never had like more like mature CD-ROM games like Diablo and all that kind of stuff.
I think I think that like when Microsoft, when their PC and Xbox kind of merged, because like you could play Xbox games on a Windows PC for a time.
Yeah.
I think like when Halo came out, like around then, that was when like the CD-ROMs were like officially dead. You know? Oh, I have 2 diamonds. Check that out. I'll make a diamond sword. I don't know. That's just like my kind of offhand opinion. But it makes sense, like, because you don't see many PC games like come out after that time, like PC exclusive games, I guess, that aren't like completely online.
Yeah.
Because once like the whole gaming PC thing took off, like I don't know, that opened up like a whole new it. I don't know. It's weird. Like I would be interested in looking into the history of like how the CD-ROMs like converged into like the modern era of like PC building.
Yeah. Real quick, do you want to switch over to different channel on Discord so we could talk with Nick?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let me put this guy on just me. Or maybe I'll do. Nah, I'll just do that.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to the channel.
Gotcha. Let me get out of here. Let's get out of here. Yeah, guys, Nick is joining us. That's pretty cool. Where are we even going? Are we... Here we go. Hear me?
All right, now he can join.
3-man call, turn on camera, pop it out, and then turn off camera. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Now this should be Discord. Yeah, here we go. We got MC. Boom. Here we go.
Hello?
Yo, what up?
Yo, what's going on?
I think your audio's fine, actually. Yo, welcome, everybody. Nick Samino is joining the pod. Everybody, give a round of applause.
Thank you. How we doing?
We're doing good. Well, do you want to get right into Superman?
I mean, yeah, I'm down. I feel like there's a decent amount to talk about, mostly good, so
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm gonna see if I can adjust the way this is presenting. I don't know. Discord's acting a little bit weird, so we'll be all right. Yeah. Well, why don't you start out with your opinions, Nick? We can do like a spoiler-free like starting thing, and then
Yeah.
and then we can get into spoilers later.
Yeah, okay. First off, to start, I love the movie. I thought it was very good. I know that James Gunn has a reputation around him that, I mean, he did Guardians and he did the new Suicide Squad, where he kind of like, Guardians are like great. I love the Guardians trilogy, but it was very like funny at times, and there was like a lot of jokes that were thrown in there. And I think some people are kind of turned off on that, especially in like terms of like Superman, where at its core, Superman is a corny character, but he's not a comic character. Like, same thing with Batman, who's a very serious character. He's not meant to, like, you don't need a comic relief character in Batman, just as I don't think you need it in Superman. But I don't think that was an issue, and I think that James Gunn did this really good. And you can tell that he is a comic book fan at his heart, and I'm going to say his name wrong, but David Cornsweet, whatever how you say his name.
Cornswoggle is British, right?
David Cornswoggle. He's a comic book fan as well, and you can tell he really cared and was very passionate about this role, and I think that really stands out. So that's like my first thing, is that it looks great. It looks like a comic book film compared to Man of Steel, which I actually do like Man of Steel, and Henry Cavill's amazing as Superman. That was a very... What did you say?
I said he's the best. I'm sorry. He just is.
He is. He's great. He looks like Superman. That was such a serious movie, and like it was good, but it was so serious. Like, that's not Superman to me. This is Superman to me. Like, this is like what I wanted in a Superman movie. So that's like where I'll start by saying that. And I'm curious, like, if you agree with that or disagree with that. But I will start by saying that I think this was a Superman movie to a T.
So I was not. I didn't like grow up on the comic book, like the Marvel and DC people. I mean, like, I kind of grew up on Marvel because I jumped on like the Avengers like train. But as far as like DC goes, I like did not see a ton of DC movies. I think I've only seen parts of Man of Steel, and like I saw Batman versus Superman in the theaters. So this was like the first like major Superman movie I saw, and like I like the movie a lot. There were moments that like I legitimately was like laughing at, you know, it wasn't like cringy or anything.
Yeah.
I felt like there was like a ton going on, but it was like paced just right. Like I feel like, and I don't know if this is James Gunn or not, but I feel like the Guardians movies are just like a series of events, like boom, 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 boom. You know, just one after the other. Like you're constantly changing locations and stuff. That's how this Superman movie felt for me. Like it was like, okay, now we're in the, you know, now we're in this place, and now we're here, and now we're here, and it's like, I don't know. It was cool.
Yeah, I get it. It had a good flow, yeah.
Well,
and it's actually funny.
Like, yeah, it wasn't a mess, you know? Like everything felt very cohesive.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And it's actually funny you say that because I was looking for, and I'm not no glaze here, no glaze, but I was looking for like something bad to say about this movie. Like I was looking for something to say bad about this movie. Like even after I left like the movie theater, like I was trying like to talk to my friends who I went to see it with, and I'm like, all right, well let's see if we can find like what was bad about this movie. I saw a TikTok today where these are like these geeks on TikTok, no offense, who, you know, like critique every movie and always got something to say. And they said the worst thing about this movie was that there were too many good scenes in the movie, and they were being serious as if that's like a bad thing about it.
That's
which is crazy to me.
That's crazy. That's
there were too many.
Wouldn't a 10 out of 10 movie be like all good scenes, like all good shots? They said that there were too many good scenes, so none of the good scenes like really stood out because there were too many good scenes. Like that's crazy to me. Okay,
but
that's
like
stupid, yeah.
I think the movie had a great pace. I think the biggest thing for me was the color looked insane. All of the clips or all of the scenes that were in the snow and like the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh yeah.
When Superman's like red and blue and yellow costume and Krypto's like red and blue, like looked insane against that. Like it looked amazing. And I saw it in IMAX too, which like obviously made that 10 times better.
I also saw it.
And that's like my glaze I have for Superman. But what I will say is Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor was easily the standout for me. He is a hater to his core, and I know if Jacob's still on this podcast, he's a big Nicholas Hoult hater, but I think Nicholas Hoult stood out here. Great. I think he's just great in that role, especially compared to Jesse Eisenberg in like the last DCEU. Who I didn't really particularly like because it just looked like a guy in like a what's it called,
like a
bald cap on, yeah. Like just being forced to play Lex Luthor.
Dude, he
was Lex Luthor in the last one. Oh,
he's too nerdy, dude. Like
bad cast.
He's like
I didn't even.
Yeah, like this Lex Luthor seemed like an actual like serious villain who I really liked, and he was a great hater. He was written excellently. Another actor who really cared about the role, and you can see he like really cared about making this character look right. Like it wasn't just like a paycheck for him. Same thing with Lois Lane. Rachel Brosnahan was really good as Lois Lane. It's just I'm very excited and optimistic about what James Gunn has going on because like as I started this off with. You can tell he's a comic book fan, like 100%. He loves comic books. He reads everything like front to back, like multiple times. Like he knows what he's doing. And a big thing for me, not to get too far ahead in this here, is that they seem like they're trying to stand out from the MCU in the fact that MCU is so built on cameos and like setting up the next movie. But James Gunn even said himself, like he wants to live in the now and make sure that he's making a great Superman movie before he even worries about making a good Batman movie, before he worries about making a good Justice League movie. He needs to make a good Superman movie first. And I think that's where Marvel struggles is like the past couple of movies. It wasn't about making a good, you know, I can't even think like Thunderbolts was good, but before that, it was so built on like the multiverse saga, you can't even get like a good solo movie in there because they were so focused on whatever was next. So,
yeah, that's definitely like an issue. Is the looking too far ahead or like getting over ambitious, you know? And that's something that like I mean I've run into before where it's like I have all these ideas and it, like you know it's just you just gotta cut some things out. Like you know if you have an overwhelming amount of good ideas, then like save some for later, save some for, you know, a movie that you can make 15 years from now or something like, you know, I don't know. It's like eating all of your Halloween candy in one night, you know?
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I think that was starting to become the downfall of the MCU is that it was built on the foundation of teasing the next movie. So it became like when the post-credit scenes weren't good and teasing something, fans were like hungry for more. Yeah. And that kind of took away from like the movie itself, where it's like, oh, well, this didn't progress us in the multiverse saga at all. Yeah. I think
they also made a lot of. I was gonna say they also made a lot of promises that they just completely did not.
Yeah, exactly. I do agree with that. I believe it was Black Panther maybe or like. maybe no, Shang-Chi. I'll go with that. Shang-Chi was a great standalone movie, and everyone was like, oh, well, how does this progress the, whatever saga they were in? And like, it hasn't been mentioned since, but like, they can't just like appreciate it as a solo movie. And that's like where I think James Gunn is trying to focus on, is making sure that first and foremost, Superman is a good solo movie. Like, that's like what it needs to be.
Yeah, because you can't just, I don't know. Here's the thing: the focus should be on making good movies. Like, if that's not your number one focus, is to make a good movie, like, I don't know, because people like, they go in there with a purpose. They want to redefine, Superman, or they want to redefine a genre, or they want to, I don't know, do something. And it's like, how about you just, I don't know, just simplify it. Like, don't overthink it.
No, exactly. I agree. And that's why I just like
this one did.
I trust this. And honestly, I mean, we've been talking about all the good things so far, but I'm curious if you have any, like, what's your ugly from this movie, if you have any? Like, what do you think was bad? Like, I'm curious, first of all, what would you give this on Letterboxd if you didn't rank it already? Because I gave it a 4, I believe. So I'm curious on that, and then I'm curious what you think the bad in this movie was. So
I'd give it a 3.75 if I could, but I'll give it a 3.5. Because it is this really solid movie. It's actually funny. It's not cringe at all. I mean, the thing is, the ugly of it, or like the bad, I guess, is that it is supposed to be like corny and cheesy, but I feel like it just, at times, it overdoes it just a little bit. Like, I don't know.
I thought when he saved the squirrel was funny, because that's like exactly like a testament of who Superman is, to save like literally everything.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about like here we go. So like the James Gunn isms kind of bothered me, where it was like it's 3 people beating up a villain, and it's like one person comes in, and then the other person comes in, and then, oh, what's that attack? Oh, I know, that's from the last guy. It's like one of those things that, like, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but like,
yeah, no, I understand it.
Predict how the rhythm of the fighting with the groups, and that's like a, I don't think that's necessarily like a James Gunn thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm just
no, I get that.
But definitely with like the groups, I don't know. There were just a little bit of cliches here and there, but also like it is kind of supposed to be a return to form. So like, they made the decision to intentionally put those in there, which they did.
I think at this point, a superhero movie is supposed to be like cliche.
Yeah.
Like, I think like that's like, and that's why I'm glad that they went back to that. Like, I don't want directors and filmmakers to like stray away from the fact that they're making a superhero movie. Like, if you're making a superhero movie, it doesn't need to be like a gritty like action like drama. Like, it needs to be like a superhero movie. Like, you need to embrace the fact that you're making a Superman movie, and I think that's like what they did. For me, my negative, and it's not even like, this is like me reaching, I think. I wasn't a big fan of like the, like when they were in that like pocket universe, and they had like the, what's it, like the proton river, and if they went in there they got like evaporated and shit like that, because that just seems like such like a
stuff, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. To me that was like, they could have done something so much better, but like,
well, it could, yeah.
I don't.
Well, and
that's just like me reaching,
like, it was like, oh my god, like black hole. I don't know.
Yeah, and like, I guess part of it is like, that doesn't even seem like a formidable threat to Superman, because it's like, obviously he's gonna get out of that, and I know that's like every movie, right? Like, obviously like the hero's not gonna die in like most of these movies, but it's like, for that one, it was like, there's a black hole, like obviously Superman's just gonna fly out of it. Like, that was just such like a stupid like plot for me, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that like, that again, that's me reaching for something bad, because I really did like this movie. Like, I haven't wanted to see a movie in theaters for a second time in a while, since the Barbie movie, 2 years to the day.
Since the what movie?
The Barbie movie. That was the last movie I've seen twice in theaters, and like movie I've wanted to see twice in theaters. So, this is the first movie in a while where I felt this way.
The super blow I thought was funny.
For when they got out of the thing, right?
Yeah, well, just he uses that like at random times, and it's like the goofiest thing, but like it is.
Yeah,
out of, like,
but like it makes so much sense for his character, because like I know he did that shit in the comics too. Like, I don't even read the comics like that, but like
you can
that just makes so much sense.
The comic book face of him with the big wind coming out,
Yeah, exactly. And I will say I did.
Oh, Milo or
I did.
Luca
Luca went crazy on the cam. I did get chills when he did the laser spin like in the sky, and then the score was playing over it. I'm like, this is just fucking like that's peak. Like that was so good.
Wait, oh no, I got to do the thing that I was preparing. You're probably not going to see this until after the live, but I was planning on opening the podcast with this bit. I'm going to do it right now.
All right.
So wait, if you can switch over to YouTube and look at the stream, and then it'll be funnier.
All right, let me see. Hold on, I can do this right now.
All right, let's see. Let's hope this works. Do I even have a? Oh no! Don't tell me I don't have a. Can I freeze my camera?
Well, maybe not. I can't even check. On Luke Wilson TV. It doesn't say it's live on YouTube.
Oh, it's on Luke Wilson FM. You gotta scroll down on my channel, and then you can get to the thing from there.
Luke Wilson FM. Here we go. Telecast live.
Let me just wait. It doesn't have audio. Crap! This isn't good. Well, here I need to go. Boom. Can I go? Bam. 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 Okay. All right. Ready? The Superman special. Ready?
It's like videos of like Greenland.
There we go, guys. That was the intro to Superman. Did you get it?
Like Norwegian kid just like.
Yeah, there we go. I see that. That's funny. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't want to ramble too long, but I mean, I thought it was good. Like, obviously, like.
Thanks, dude. I was working really hard on it.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I mean, like I said, I haven't wanted to go see a movie back in theaters in a long time. The Suicide Squad movie that James Gunn did is my favorite superhero movie, and Guardians 3 is up there for also another one of my favorite movies.
That one.
I trust James Gunn. I mean, we saw that together. Like, I trust him to do superhero movies. And I'm very excited for what else he has. I just really hope that it doesn't fall into the MCU formula where we're cranking out 10 different projects a year, and each project is focused on building the next one. Like, dude, we get that, like, Superman is going to build to the Justice League, right? Like, we understand that. We don't need at the end of the Superman movie to just see it, like, a bat fly into the camera. Like, oh, shit, it's Batman.
Wait, was that the post-credit scene?
What, for Superman?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. The post-credit scene was just like a joke. Like Mr. Terrific, who we didn't mention, that actor, I don't know how to say his name, but he was insane in that. Like, he was so good, badass actor in that, awesome. The post-credit scene was just like a joke. Like, it was like a funny one. There was one with Crypto and one with Mr. Terrific. But like a Marvel thing would be like, oh, the movie just ended. Look, there's a spider. Oh my God, the Spider-Man is coming. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you know what we're building to. Like, obviously, this is building to the Justice League eventually. You don't need to see just like Superman end and like a lightning bolt happens and then like, oh, the Flash just ran across the screen. Flash is coming out in 2025.
But is it even leading to the Justice League? Because like we don't know.
But like, I don't care to know, if I'm being honest. Like, not to argue with you, but like, I don't care to know. Like, I just want to see a good Superman movie. I want to see good DC movies. I don't give a shit to know right now. Like, I don't care.
That's what I'm saying is like, it's honestly better because then we're not expecting anything. You know, like, it's one thing to like subvert people's expectations and try to do something new and wacky, but like, if you don't have like strong expectations set, like, I don't know, you're not coming into there like making it a big press story like, oh, this is the revival of this series and it's going to be so amazing, and then people are like rolling their eyes, you know. You just go
exactly
in there,
I agree,
make a good movie, and if it's good then people will watch it, and if it's not then people won't watch it.
And that's why at the time of this being released, Fantastic Four comes out Friday, which is what, 3-4 days from now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about for that movie. Is I can't look at it as a Fantastic Four movie. I'm looking at it as a Marvel movie setting up for the Avengers, because they've already announced that Reed Richards is going to be the leader of the Avengers going forward.
Dang.
So obviously this is going to build towards the Avengers movie. And I don't want to talk too much about that. I'm sure we can talk about that even next week or in 2 weeks from now. We can talk about that movie. But in my mind, this isn't a Fantastic Four movie. It's going to be an Avengers movie, just building up to the Avengers. Like, that's what
it's
it
like
is.
Captain America: Civil War, right? Where it's
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
There's like
And
2.5 or whatever.
yeah. And like what I'm saying is I'm worried about it becoming. We have a great Fantastic Four movie, and then it's going to end where it's like, oh, Doctor Doom is coming. Like, and then it's just going to focus on like. If we see a Doctor Doom tease, that's all we're going to talk about. If we don't see a Doctor Doom tease, it's going to be like, oh, well, this movie didn't set up anything for the future. So that's why I'm glad that Superman didn't worry about that and then just focus on a good movie. We didn't need any teasers for anything else. We just got a straight up good superhero movie, which is rare nowadays. And the needle drops are great too, which we didn't even talk about that. That's just me going on a tangent. But the 2 songs that they had in that were both, I thought, were great songs. And James Gunn is like the GOAT at doing that.
The one again. See, it is the James Gunn thing that's bothering me. I didn't think it was, but when Green Lantern, who he was awesome, I liked him.
He was really funny.
But yeah, when he was like beating up he was like playing music and stuff, and like they were doing a big like beat up thing. That music I thought was like a little like it was a little out of place, but also.
Are you talking about Mr. Terrific? That scene where they're in the bubble?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Where he
that's the song that's like fun.
Yeah.
It is a little bit out of place, but like I mean, that's like his bit. That's like what he does. That's like the James Gunn thing. That's like Wes Anderson has a symmetry where every shot, like every frame is symmetrical.
Yeah,
James Gunn is good for like campy, fun music going on like a serious scene or like a fight scene. Like that's like his thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. That was just like a tiny nitpick. And like, it's honestly like the thing is, a movie I think is either good or bad. Like if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. And I agree. If you think it's good, you can look past all the bad. And if you think it's bad, you can look past all the good, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I don't know. I mean, I think it's good. You know, it was a good movie. And like, if there are like more superhero movies coming out that are like related to that, I would totally go back and rewatch it. I know the lore about this. I'm indulged here, but so up next we have Supergirl that's coming out in I believe early 2026, and then the Lantern Show. Which is this version of Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and Jon Stewart, who are like the main. Jon Stewart isn't that is that a host? Is that a TV show host?
Wait, yeah.
Rod Stewart.
John. I think it is still Jon Stewart. I'm low-key like I don't even know if that's right.
Character, right? Not like the actor. Like
that's the character. Yeah, I think his name's Jon Stewart. I don't know, but either way, the Lantern Show is coming up. And then Batman Brave and the Bold is coming up, which like that's a whole deal. And then they're doing, which is interesting, next fall they're doing a Clayface movie.
Oh.
But it's going to be a rated R horror film.
Wait, now, yeah.
Which is like James Gunn said that like it's not meant to be all family friendly movies that you can, you bring your kids to, whatever. Like that's how that character should be introduced. That's what he's doing. Not every movie is going to be as like nice and fun as Superman was. Like he needs to introduce his characters in the way that he feels best that like represent their comic book parts. So I don't know. I'm excited for what he's got going on. I think he'll cook. I trust him to. And I think Superman was a great start for this. Like I think a lot of people were worried about how it would go. I didn't even touch on like the political aspects of it because honestly it went over my head, which like I know it's a big theme, so I'm kind of shocked it did. But
it didn't seem like it was like, I mean, like I could tell when there were supposed to be like political parallels, but like it used it as inspiration. It didn't like use it to make a statement, you know?
Yeah.
Like the focus is on Superman, who's just like, he's an external guy. It didn't make it about the conflict or about the, because they had the big bald CEO of the tech company who's kind of like, like a Jeff Bezos guy, and all the war in the Middle East and stuff, all that.
And like, the honestly like went so over my head when I was watching it. I think because I was just like fanboying over the movie and like of how much I was enjoying it. Like it literally did just go over my head. But like now looking back on it, it's like, oh yeah, that like makes a lot of sense. But like, that's whatever. I mean, like if we're doing that in every movie, then like I would just prefer to just keep politics out of like any entertainment. Like that's just like a general standpoint. Like I just really would prefer it. But like, if that's like whatever, like it's something that doesn't really like affect the movie. I'm like, oh, this movie fucking sucks. It's woke now. Like, oh, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, it was still a good movie. Like, that didn't change anything for me.
Yeah, well,
That's what I think.
It didn't like because some movies will like take they'll take inspiration from real world events, and then they'll just like ram an opinion down your throat, no matter if you agree with it or not. It's like that's what the whole movie's about, and like this movie, I don't think did that at all. It literally just like, like how Iron Man took, Tony Stark was selling weapons, to the Middle East. It wasn't like this big statement about the conflict in the Middle East and the war on terror and stuff. It was just a side thing. He's part of that world. It's not the movie making a statement about it. So I don't know. I thought it was cool.
If you draw in like historical context, I think it makes the movies cool. Like, you can be like political without being political. Like, you're not necessarily like taking a stance on anything, but like you are like adding like, obviously like the world has to have some sort of political decision, like on the superheroes themselves even.
Yeah,
and,
well, that was like in The Incredibles.
A lot. Yeah, and I mean, I think there's a lot of that in a lot of the Superman comics. It's like, do we really trust this guy to be like the savior of the world? Because he's like literally like the most powerful being.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know, like especially in like Superman Red Sun, which is like a really good comic series, but he actually like crash lands in the Soviet Union rather than like the United States. So it's interesting like how the take on it is different. And I hope they kind of like make that like a real live action movie at some point. I know they just did like an animated thing like a couple years ago, but it would be cool as live action. Probably not the best timing though.
With the Russia stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wait until that's over. But when they actually have the time to do it, I think it'll be really cool.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna say that because it would be too political. Not like one-sided. Just like
I think too. Like, it would be interesting if they kind of like, I don't know, they gotta bring in like I was saying, like I think like the historical context in like superhero movies like makes it like a little more like engaging to me because it feels a little bit more like real. Because sometimes like the superhero movies that are coming out like kind of like you lose touch with them because they're just so like ridiculous or like so like over exaggerated that it doesn't feel like it could actually like, it doesn't feel like it could happen. Like obviously there's not going to be superheroes walking around, but at least when there's like some sort of realism to it, like, you kind of feel a little more engaged.
Yeah. Well, it just makes you wonder, like, how would this happen? How would this be in the real world? And that actually brings me on to something that I was going to bring up earlier about the Superman movie. Maybe it's just me, but it really reminded me of Invincible at some points, like the way that it was set up. And I wonder if these like superhero giants are like looking at Invincible and saying like, wow, like, what is a modern superhero comic, doing, and how's it being adapted to, to like, a video? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it is cool to see, to maybe compare that and see like maybe in a couple years, like another superhero comic will take off that's like completely outside, and then, the Giants will adopt stuff from that too. So I guess we'll see in time if it truly is like Invincible, like
all hail the New York Giants.
Was that
Madagascar?
I was gonna say yeah. Knicks lost again.
Dude, they gotta make another one of those.
Dude, they should.
DreamWorks, I don't know, like I feel like they're like a sleeping giant. They have such an ample opportunity with like Pixar and Disney's like animated movies just like absolutely sucking recently, and like some animation studio has like an ability right now to just like take over completely.
Dude, it's gonna be Shrek 5, I'm telling you.
Yeah, just like beat Disney and Pixar while they're down, please. Like I can't stand like the Grubhub animation style characters anymore.
Dude, the China friendly bean shaped characters.
Yeah, what was the new movie called? Like Elio or something?
Yeah.
Like, did anyone see that? Like
they didn't market that movie, and also according to reviews, it's just not outstanding, Like Pixar had a crazy run with Cars, Monsters Inc., and like Wall-E and Ratatouille and Toy Story, just banger after banger after banger. And yeah, I don't know. They just kind of lost their stride, and they, their new movies like seem less and less unique. It's like, what doesn't make sense to me is like a Pixar movie wouldn't be about a kid going to like an alien world. It would be about like alien characters, right? Like the main character would be an alien. I'd feel like, it wouldn't just be some generic like kid.
They like obviously like I mean the only one I can think of is Up, but like every other movie like didn't have human characters or like wasn't mainly like the human character. And even in Up, I guess you could say like the bird and Doug are like very like prominent. Kevin and Doug. Like so like even in those like some of the main characters aren't human, and those are like everyone's favorite characters are like the not human characters.
Yeah, well,
But they're just like making everything human now.
I think part of what made Pixar so successful, and this is like something that they've talked about, is the fact that like all of their decisions were kind of made based on challenges they were facing at the time. Like every single Pixar movie would take a new challenge on and try to like animate it. So for Monsters Inc. it was for I don't know, for the new Toy Story it was dust, and for whatever the Coco, it was like lighting. They like did stuff with that. I don't know, basically, or like Toy Story, they made the characters toys because the animation software made everything look plastic and like it was a toy. So they were like, oh, let's just make a movie about toys. Like these days, I don't feel like there are any major restrictions other than time. And the time restrictions are just making the animation lazier, not more innovative, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. They definitely hit like a little bit of like a plateau. And I mean, unless there's some sort of like advancement in like computer animation, I don't know. I honestly don't see them like coming out with another big hit anytime soon. Even like looking at their like upcoming releases, like Toy Story 5, like it's just gonna be another Toy Story. Like they should have ended it at 4. And their other movie Hoppers, like I mean I like the design of like the beavers and stuff, but I just can't see it being like good.
Yeah, it just seems like the same old thing,
Like apparently, so I'm reading now because I didn't actually know what the point of the film was, but this like Hoppers movie is about an animal loving girl whose mind is transferred into a robotic beaver. So I guess she's gonna be like in the beaver world. So I don't know.
But like, why make her a robot? Why not just make her a beaver?
Yeah, why doesn't she just like get turned into a beaver or something? I don't know. Maybe that's like too crazy for a kids movie.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like, it's going to be exploring themes of who you are and community. It's like, bro, we've already been here. I don't know. I feel like Inside Out, because like, society and culture is moving more towards like a therapy, mental health, like, type of introspection, I guess is the word, where people are just like they're understanding more about the way their minds work. So Inside Out is like a perfect series to have going right now. In the 2000s, like people really liked Rats. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. So they made Ratatouille. No.
A lot of these like movies that are like hitting big with animation stuff right now are like coming from like I don't know if they're necessarily like indie, publishers, but like that movie Flow with like the black cat, that like the animation just looks like unique and cool. Like stuff like that is just gonna, just end up taking off more because it just has its own like style.
We were talking about that. Me and Brian were talking about that like 2 weeks ago on the podcast, like how smaller like indie projects are really taking off, like music through like TikTok, like small artists are getting the spotlight. They don't have a ton of investment, but they're getting like a huge percentage return. Even if it's not like, millions and millions of dollars, it's still way more than they're investing. Same thing with like indie games, like little games like Lethal Company or Schedule One or like Peak now. They just, I don't know. It's just really easy for developers to like make them and put them out because it's, I don't know. It's like back in the day when people would make N64 games. It would be like a couple years and then the game comes out. Like these days, the average game developer who just has a computer and like Unity 3D can do that. They can, you know, in 2 to 3 years make a decent game, $10 a piece, and you get 100,000 people. You know, that's $1 million.
Yeah. And like another thing with that too is I think there's such a big market right now for like indie game developers especially can just come out right now and make like a good solid like game that has a story and like an end, like because there's so many games right now that just feel like a commitment or they feel like a job, like all the ones that have like battle passes or like not really any sort of end to them. Like for example, like Rivals just has like a battle pass and there's like, you know, multiplayer like modes, but there's no like story to that game. There's no like start and finish. So like you're eventually just gonna burn out from it. Same thing with like Fortnite. Like everyone was super hooked into it for the story and stuff, but then once they stopped like devoting like effort towards like the actual story of it, like people just, I don't know, they just didn't care anymore, and I feel like the game just fell off because they focused too hard on just making it like a monopoly, and like it really is just like essentially like a purchase simulator. You just buy skins and play with your skins and that's it.
Dude.
Well, now going on to that too is like Fantastic Four just got a Fortnite collab, so they got skins coming out in Fortnite and in Rivals. Superman just had Mr. Terrific got a Fortnite, so like they all got Fortnite skins. Like every character. Hawkgirl got one, I think. So that's like that thing too, is like even movie rollouts are kind of built on their marketing, including video game sponsorships as well.
Yeah, it's becoming like the new cereal box. Like back in the day, like every kid was like, oh, like, you know, this movie I really want to see has like this cereal box. I'm gonna go buy this cereal. But now it's like every kid's like hooked on like Fortnite or whatever, so they're just like, oh, I want to get the new skin for Fortnite. Like,
Yeah,
it just all has become like it's the consumerism just switched over from being a physical thing and now it's virtual.
Well, it's a big, like, we talked about like the skins before. I'm pretty sure where like, you know, you wait and then it's your birthday and your birthday present is a Fortnite, you know, card, and you know, instead of getting like a $20 video game or a $20 toy or something, you're getting $20 worth of V-Bucks, buying a pack of skins, and then it turns out that everybody else got the same pack of skins, you know, for Christmas or whatever, and now like it's not special anymore. And then it's on to the next thing. Like it's, I don't know. The item shop has like a gambling aspect too.
Crank out stuff. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just constantly cranking out new things, and then they try to get you to feel FOMO because they're like, oh, like, well, this is only going to be in the shop for a little amount of time, so you better buy it now before it's like gone for a year.
Yeah, and the rare skins
so
and stuff.
They're just taking advantage of like that kind of like FOMO thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, obviously everyone has like shortened attention spans anyway, so you end up buying a skin in emote or whatever, and you just get sick of it right away because it's like, I don't know, little things like that don't satisfy you for very long.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Meanwhile, a game that someone put their like passion into for like 6 to 8 years, when they come out with that, you could play that for like 30,000 hours. Like, if it's something good, like, people will put time into it. It's not as like profitable because you're not like cranking out like microtransactions, but like people will buy your game if it has like soul and it has like its own style and specialty kind of things like that.
But I don't know. I have a slight counterpoint to your statement, or not to your statement, but just like, it's something that I've been thinking about recently because I've been playing a lot of games in general, like card games and phone games and just all kinds of different games. And it made me think like there kind of is like I think it's probably like around 40 hours or so is where like, you know, the average cutoff is for like interest in a game, you know? Like you get into a big open world game, by hour 40, you're either in or you're out, you know? Or like, I don't know, any kind of game. Like, oh, I just downloaded the Temple Run on my phone, and you get probably 40 hours, and then you're like, okay, I'm over this. So it just makes you think, like, what does it really need to have? Because you can play a game with cards, you know? Like, what's so appealing about a deck of cards?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's not flashy or anything. I don't know, but like you can still play card games for hours and hours and hours, you know? It's just it just makes you think, like, what about it is interesting? Like, does it have to be overly stimulating?
Well, I think, like, personally, I think with cards, it's like more so like the social aspect of playing cards with people is fun.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, the games are like okay, but it's really more about like the personalities behind the people playing the cards and stuff. Like, I don't know, you play like Uno with like a tight-knit group of friends or whatever, and like if you're all like very competitive, it makes it a more fun game, even though it's super simple.
Mhm.
Just because like you want to win, like you want to beat those people, something like that. Which, like, I mean, I see that that can kind of be like parallel to like a lot of these like multiplayer games that are out right now. Like, people want to win, and that's kind of like the driving force behind those kind of games. But
Like
I
the
just
sport of
feel
it.
like, yeah, it's for the sport of it. Like, people play games for the sport of it nowadays. But like, I feel like there's just not enough people like getting into like, you know, making games that are like more about just like a story or anything. Like, there's no like narratives in like games. I feel like even the ones that do have stories, like it's kind of like half-assed just to kind of like get it done.
Or it's a press X simulator.
Yeah, like it's not really like engaging gameplay.
That's
It's
my
just, like,
favorite.
the animation. Which like it's like I could see the appeal of it, but like you want to feel like you're like inside, like the whole experience of a game is that like you feel like you're playing the movie, like you feel like you're engaged in it. Like the old COD campaigns, like that feels like something that you're like genuinely like experiencing, or like Resident Evil or something. Like you just feel like you're like in the game.
I don't even know if it's possible to have like a full narrative in a game because like you gotta sacrifice gameplay, you know?
Yeah. It's tough, but I mean, they did it for years upon years. Like, there's plenty of good games back then. I just feel like there hasn't been. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's just not enough money to like spend billions of dollars on. Well, I mean, other than GTA 6, like I can't think of like the last time that a game was like huge and like people were super hyped for it.
I don't know. I mean, I know like there's definitely been pockets of stuff like the Steam indie games that are like they're like $10 and they are popular for a bit. Usually they have like clips online and stuff like on TikTok. And I don't know. Apart from that, like major blockbuster games, like I don't know. I mean, was The Last of Us ever huge? Because like I know it was popular, but is it just because of the show that it's like, you know, kind of holding this like legendary status?
No, there's people who like absolutely like adore the Last of Us games. Like my roommate's brother was like obsessed with Last of Us. Like he had replayed it like I don't even know so many times. Like, and he like knew like every part of the game. He was like my roommate was playing it and he was like guiding him through it. He like knew every like moment, every like little nook and cranny of the game.
Yeah.
So I like that is a game though that, you know, people genuinely cared about because it had a good narrative, it had a good like gameplay aspect to it.
I remember playing it for like a small amount of time. I don't know, like I just like I tend to like games where it's like open world, you know, where you can move around and explore and stuff. Where you're
I
not
agree.
like locked in. Where like I'm pretty sure like The Last of Us is kind of like a rail, you know, you kind of move through an area and then you have to like it's kind of like a tactics game, you know, like Siege almost, but a lot slower.
That's what I liked about because I had never played Resident Evil before, but I played like one of the remastered games, and just like kind of like the fact that you get to like walk around this whole big like museum area, and then like you're just trying to find like different pieces and like solve puzzles to like make your way through. but then like eventually when you start getting chased by like, I think his name is like Mr. X or whatever, like it's genuinely like terrifying because you're still trying to focus on like making your way to the next area, but you have this guy chasing you, and like you kind of have to like learn the map as you go.
Did you ever play Scooby-Doo for the 64?
No, I never played that.
What you were
Is it
describing was, it sounded like that. No, it's not very good. But like it's I don't know, you move around like some Scooby-Doo episodes, and like, you know, you're in a museum and you're like walking down and you have to bait the mummy out of the thing and then like catch him in like a silly trap. And it is like a little puzzle game. It's just not very well made.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks literally like it was just like a Resident Evil like knockoff.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, no, they literally took like the same, like I think it's like a random like still pan image, and like what's his face is just Shaggy and Scooby are just like walking around it.
We gotta move this over here. I'm gonna try and get you guys. I'm gonna try and like get Microsoft Edge open.
Yeah.
Boom. Is that what I'm looking for? This one needs to go away. Yeah, here we go. I'll be up top. Ka-chow. Oh, no. I have an even better idea. This. Sorry, everybody. I'm figuring out how to make awesome content. I'm trying to like put window capture. This will be Edge. I'm trying to put the Microsoft Edge on here, and then yeah, there we go. Sweet. See, guys, it's working out. So yeah, Scooby-Doo 64.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. A Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
That's probably like another thing though, like when it comes to games, like a lot of like studios are like being rushed to like make it. So like it's not even like coming out like the way they want it to do. Like they're kind of just forcing out a product because they have to hit like a certain goal. Or like it's like, oh, like, you know, we always release this game for this series like at this time of the year, so we got to have it done by then.
Well, that's how movies are getting now too. It's just impatience, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Governor John.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I've been on it. I've been on the
always...
wave that I think like books right now are the best form of media, and like people like are so like against reading, or not so
Governor
against reading,
Josh
but it's like so hard to like sit down and like read a book. But as of right now, like the stories and like the books I've been reading, like I don't know. I think books are like the best media right now, because authors are not being forced to like. I mean, some authors probably are, but you know, a lot of the good books that come out are from authors that aren't being forced to like hit a deadline or anything, and they're still having like complete creative control over their story.
I 100% agree, because of what you said, where like authors get as much time as they want, you know, to write their books or whatever. You know, it can be as long or as short as they want, and then adapting it to a movie, it has to be condensed or whatever. But it's just like, I feel like word to paper is like the purest form of communication. So if somebody's gonna like get across a vision, you know, and they're a good writer, then I don't know, they're gonna get their vision across. And if it's a person who can tell good stories, then like it's gonna be one heck of a book, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, there's just some people in life who are like good at telling stories, and they make you like feel like you're like there. Like people do that like just orally, like they're just gonna like, you know, pass down a story for like forever. And I feel like it's the same way with books. Like the people who are really good at writing, they can put you in that world, and they have that power. And they also have like everyone's got a different writing style, and that to me is something that makes, you know, reading and books like the best media, is because like every single one just seems like so different. Like I haven't read like 2 books and I'm like, oh, these really remind me of one another. Like they can have similar like concepts, but then they always kind of take it in like way different ways.
I agree. Well,
like,
if people write the way they
King
talk,
too.
you know.
Yeah, and like look at someone like Stephen King. Like he's written so many books that have become movies. So obviously he's doing something right, and he has like the visions, the concepts that eventually can become like creative movies. Because like, I mean, most movies are based on like something else typically, or just taken as like a recreation of some sort of event. Like a lot of movies will just draw from something that already exists. But with books, I feel like you just have to come up with like a fresh concept. Typically.
Yeah. Well, and like, I don't know, the way that you tell it specifically is going to be unique to you. Like, jumping in and making a movie, I think, is a mistake. I think like all movies should kind of be written first as like books,
Yeah.
And that writing process needs like as much time as it can,
And I guess you could, you could kind of like say that like screenplays are like the books of the movie, like in a way, because like you're writing out all of that dialogue and how you like, view certain scenes and stuff, but it's just not the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Books are, it's just pure unadulterated whatever the writer's thinking.
And like with movies too, like a huge part that comes into play is that the actors you choose for those characters have to be like a good portrayal of the character. You can't just like throw in Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor and think that's going to be good.
Well, and even then, like, an actor's never going to perfectly fit the role, unless like the role evolves around that character, which is kind of what happened with like Harry, with like Daniel Radcliffe. But maybe not books, but, and now we're coming full circle, comic books are kind of like the ultimate form of communication, because like it's writing, but it's also pictures, and if it's one person doing it, then it's exactly what they're envisioning, exactly what they're, if they're like drawing their own pictures, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, you get the visual and the verbal or whatever.
I'm looking at Lex Luthor, like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, and like the pictures where he has hair, like he just looks like he would be like in like a Cage the Elephant like biopic or something.
Yeah, he like shaves his head at the end of the first one.
Yeah, so weird.
He looks good as Lex Luthor, like, but I don't think he played the role as well.
You're saying about Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he played the role. I don't think he played it good at all, even beyond. I didn't think that even before seeing this movie, or the new one, personally.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does look like he's just wearing a bald cap.
Too corny and nice guy to wear it, Dick.
He's like, what if I show you a little magic trick?
Yeah, the voice was a little too much. I agree with that as well.
this gif. No, dude, this
like
is funny.
the Riddler. I don't know. I think like DC has so much potential because like the villains of DC like hit so much harder than Marvel villains. Like Marvel villains are very like comic-y.
Yeah.
And then like DC villains are like the drug addict who like became a psycho and like killed his family and like all this like dark stuff. Like I don't know.
Oh well, they like shot a guy in
like,
that movie.
Yeah, it's always like crazy origins for like the characters. Like I mean, even like Batman, like his in every iteration of Batman, like his parents just get shot, and like I don't know, that's just like such a dark way to like start off like a character. I guess they kind of did that with Uncle Ben and Spider-Man.
Well, but that's like everybody knows that's that's Batman's backstory. Like he can't change that unless no.
I am glad that Superman did just jump right into it and didn't have to show the backstory, because like everyone does know that.
Yeah.
Like if they ever did reboot Spider-Man again, or whenever they redo Batman again, we don't need to see Batman's parents dying. Like we know that's going down. Like,
well,
you know that.
Whatever happened to starting a movie in the middle of everything and then doing a little flashback for like 10 minutes, to show their backstory? Like I don't know.
Dude,
that was another criticism I had for Superman. I'm sorry. It was that the beginning just dumped a ton of exposition.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Nah,
Maybe
it
I
was
just didn't
like-
notice it.
it was like 30 years ago this happened, and then 3 years ago this happened, and then 3 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then this
okay.
is about to happen, and this also happened. So keep that in mind for later. And then like the characters were all explaining, like the Justice Gang was like explaining. So what you're saying is, and then it's like, you know, they like recap everything for the audience. That was all.
One thing
Yeah, that makes
drove
sense. I see that.
One thing that drove me nuts about I saw Ballerina like the 1 week just because like I don't know, it was like the only thing in theaters that like looked remotely like interesting to watch. But like that movie started off with probably like 20 minutes of like a flashback to like when she was like a little girl, and like I get that they're trying to like set up the character, but like it was going on for way too long, and that's such like a hard thing to do because you're trying to like emotionally like, you know, get the audience to care about this character, but like if you go on for too long, like it just like it's like, all right, get on with the movie already. Like I don't know, especially in like an action movie, like I'm sorry, but like no one went to see like, oh, this little girl had to watch her dad die, and I don't know, like you're just going to see like people get like beat up essentially. Like
Yeah, well, it's
I don't know,
John
you're
Wick,
not-
dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like you're not in John Wick. Like I don't think it takes very long for them to set up like why he's going on his spree. Like it's
No.
probably like in like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be just like, we need an excuse to kill a bunch of people. Like, let's just make them the worst people ever, you know?
Yeah. And like it's so hard though, like to come up with that. So like I don't blame people for like the expositions being like poorly like, you know, scripted or like, you know, thought out.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Making like the start of the movie is like something that I feel like people just can't get right though.
Hmm. Yeah, well, it's awkward. Like, you know, I don't know. I just think it's like, you just can't overthink it, you know? I don't know. Like Superman, like, yeah, sure, it could have been better, but like, I don't know. Like, it just, there was like some exposition, but like, I don't know. It served a purpose, you know? I don't know. Not that big of a deal, is I guess what I'm trying to
I
say.
don't know. I don't think it, honestly, like, again, not to glaze, I don't think it could have been better because, like, the only superhero movie I think I have close to 5 stars would be Guardians 3, and that's just because the emotional depth of that movie is crazy. But for, like, an intro, like, debut Superman movie, obviously you're not going to have the depth of that in, like, an intro movie like that.
Yeah, well, another thing is that it felt like kind of small scale. Like, it wasn't Superman saving the entire planet from an intergalactic alien. It was like, it was pretty small and contained, you know, which is nice because then it gives them a lot to potentially build off of, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's crazy to like start off small with Superman too, because like he can handle like something crazy, but like, you know, that gives him like the chance to like build up.
Well, that's a good thing because so many movies try to be the biggest ever, the most this, the best CGI, the biggest, the budget, you know, all this stuff. And it's just like, you know, infinite universe, crossover, multiverse. It's like, why not just like make something small, you know? And I don't know, that's how Superman felt, where it's like, you know, I don't know, you hear about the government, but like they're not, I don't know, they're it's all like Lex Luthor, you know, working under the government or whatever. So even he's not at like the highest level of jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. With like a movie like Thunderbolts, like I don't know, I didn't know how to feel about that movie because like my feelings were like very like almost like lukewarm about it. I thought that like it was like it almost had me. Like I was like, oh, like it might actually not be that bad, but I don't know. There's something about it that just seemed like almost too like they tried to be like really deep and emotional with like the whole like Sentry story, which is honestly like such a cool character to like make a movie about. But it just like, I don't know, it just ended up being like so corny, like the way that they handled it, I feel like. And like it almost made like, I get the point that they're like trying to like kind of be like, oh, like, you know, mental health is obviously like super important, but like in a way it almost made it like laughable, and like I don't think that's like a good way of portraying it.
Hi, I'm anxiety.
No, yeah, it just like
'Tis my anxiety.
They all had to like huddle around him, and like they're like, "You got this, Bob. Like you can defeat like your darkness," and like it just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
Like
people who wrote it never actually had anything. They just read like a few BuzzFeed articles.
yeah, it just didn't feel like as good as it could have been. Like it had such potential and just fell kind of flat for me.
Well, that Puss in Boots movie did the whole anxiety panic attack thing, and then
I heard the movie was
literally,
really good. I didn't see that movie, but I heard it was really
but
good.
every single person after that was like, "We have to do that now. We have to put that in our movie," and it just sucks every time.
Yeah. Like it genuinely like worked out like really well for the Puss in Boots movie. Like they didn't try to overdo it.
And it served a purpose too. Like it was, to get Puss to stop hating the dog.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. It was that was a good movie. That legit. I sniped that from a mile away. I was like so excited, kind of like as a meme. But then as it approached, it like looked better, and then it came out amazing. And it was just a good, like DreamWorks coming out with like a 10 out of 10 movie, and of course it's Puss in Boots, like the greatest character of all time.
Yeah. DreamWorks, I don't know. They're definitely hit and miss, but when they hit, like they have like a really good movie.
Dude, the Croods.
Like
No.
the Croods. Yeah, the Croods is peak. But no, like Madagascar, like the whole Shrek original trilogy. I know people like 4 too.
Yeah, Force
How to
pretty
Train
good.
Your Dragon was huge. Like people love those movies. Kung Fu Panda was huge. Like I
There's-
honestly didn't know that Monsters vs. Aliens did as well as it did.
They had a TV show that was actually pretty good,
Yeah.
from what I've heard. I remember the McDonald's toys, the spaceship one.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up.
I had the blue guy as a toy, I remember. I think his name was Bob as well. I had the blue guy, and I think I had the little, like, mantis-looking guy, or cricket. I don't know what he is.
Dude, this is it. They have Susan, but she has blonde hair.
Yeah, cheaper paint.
Yeah. That's insane, dude. Lead paint. We were definitely sucking some microplastics into our system with these things.
Yeah, drinking that Red 40.
Oh, yeah.
The seed oil toys.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention that the spaceship toy had a holographic eye.
They're gonna start cooking fries and beef tallow.
Beef towel.
Towel. Beef towel. Dude, Over the Hedge is like such a good movie, and the box office for DreamWorks, it's like the 20th best. How?
I don't know. Maybe
Actually,
it just
did
didn't get.
better than Trolls though, which is
Listen.
kind of impressive because Trolls was like huge for little kids.
Sometimes the single has to perform well so that the underappreciated stuff can get the love it deserves, even if it's not as much as the hits.
Yeah, I think like over time too, Over the Hedge like has aged gracefully.
Well, like it's kind of like a meme, and then people watch it like B movie, and then you watch it, and it's like this is actually like a funny movie, like I don't know. I've seen B movie a bunch of times.
That was DreamWorks too, right?
Yes, it was. You like jazz?
That's interesting. It's not even on the top 20 movies in terms of box office for them.
Well, you get 5 Shreks, 4 Kung Fu Pandas, a bunch of the ones from the 2000s. It's like, it's
Wait,
not
but-
going to be.
I'm trying to see.
For real, though, when's the next Doge revival happening? Because it's been a couple years, and it's like every 4, 5, 6 years, Doge comes back into the meme sphere.
I don't know. Yeah, Doge will probably come back. I feel like internet culture has kind of like just been
Stagnated.
down lately. Yeah.
Well, it's all on TikTok now. Like TikTok has gotten its own, it's kind of like cell division, TikTok took half the internet with it, and like it's this new kind of budding empire. because the culture on that app is insane. Nothing compared to any of the other apps.
The thing that's weird about TikTok though is like there's trends that are on there that like I feel like I never even like I don't know, like I never caught on to them, and then I hear people repeating it and I'm like I literally never saw
Is
that.
it the 6-7 thing?
Yeah.
Dude,
like,
that was the first one that I have no idea what that came from.
And there's like
Kevin,
another
it's
one.
a song. I don't know why it became popular because the song is like really not good. I don't know why it became.
It's really not good.
What
Really
was
not
the
good.
other one? It was like a kid saying like a name or something.
You're 4 years old.
No.
No.
Hey, hey. Oh, sorry. I was just riffing.
Just,
I can't remember what it was. Oh, this movie actually looked like it would have been sick. It's called Spooky Jack. It was being made by DreamWorks for like Blumhouse.
what about
And it was
the
kind
me
of
and,
like a scary looking like horror movie, but like animated.
Did you ever see Me and My Shadow? You ever hear about that?
No, I don't think I
I do
heard of it.
not.
It is a Pixar movie, I believe. Yeah, or no, it's a DreamWorks movie. I mean, about it was never completed, but there's all this like lost media that's being recovered over the years about it, and it's really really cool. Like it's kind of like in like lost media stuff, like online, like in those circles. This is like, it's like a big kind of like recurring thing. But basically, it's this movie about a guy who, like, every person has like a shadow in the shadow world, and this guy's shadow starts to like disobey the orders to like mimic him, and he starts to basically make the real guy come out of his shell more. And like the way that it's animated, like the shadow is like 2-dimensional, so it's like a hand-drawn 2D animation of the shadow, but then it's 3D animation of like the guy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it would have been like actually really cool.
Yep. And then it got canceled. Womp womp.
Apparently, the guy Jeffrey Katzenberg,
Yeah.
which he was like a big voice actor in Pixar, I remember. Apparently, he like fell asleep, or was that him? I forget. Oh wait, no, it wasn't him. I'm thinking of someone else. But he apparently like fell asleep in the theater, like watching it. So that's why they
That's
canceled
funny.
it, I guess.
Wait, which one?
Me and My Shadow.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Well, what?
And the entire crew just knew that he like wasn't into the movie.
Oh, that sucks. Well,
And
maybe
then
it just
after the screening, he apparently like said, "Oh, this wasn't worth like 200 million to make."
but also like you look at back in the day, like I feel like their standards were a lot higher because like there's no way that you would put somebody from the 2000s, put a manager from then and put them on duty like these days. They would not say yes to 95% of the stuff that comes through, because they like just had higher standards and they were just more cutthroat about it, I guess.
The cast for it was supposed to be Josh Gad as like the main guy, and Bill Hader was going to be his shadow.
Oh my gosh, Bill Hader. Dude, that's
I
funny.
feel like
Oh, Bill Hader is Cat in the Hat, bro.
It's true, he is. Dude, what about that Cat in the Hat?
I think that movie's gonna be pretty bad, but I don't know.
it looks awesome.
The animation looks fun.
It looks like I don't know, like some sort of like AI creation to me.
Yeah, it's like a little too like polished, and everything has like
color.
bloom on it these days. When
Yeah.
like HD, like when the Wii U came out and everything was HD because it had like this glowy bloom on it. That's like kind of coming back again.
I think it's really interesting that like there's so many like animated movies that got canceled, and they honestly all look really cool. Like I'm looking at there's like the guy who made like Coraline, like he had like the Shadow King that was going to be like another like claymation type movie. There's like a lot of interesting canceled animated movies, I feel like.
Newt.
Newt, yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, that they
I-
actually.
Oh, they don't know about the Newt lore.
So it was how Pixar puts like nods to their next movies, like in their other
Yeah, yeah.
movies. They actually did that for Newt. They had like a lizard thing, but the movie got canceled. It was basically just about like
Yeah,
a
they've been
lizard.
teasing that for a while.
Newt,
They used to.
not a Newt. Disney. Yeah,
I think they ended up just using the Newt for like a character in Frozen, which is really weird. Like there's like that lizard in Frozen 2 or was it? I don't think there's a Frozen 3.
Nah, not yet. Frozen 2 I thought was kind of a weak movie, but the world building was really cool, and I'd like to see the Frozen world expanded more.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was pretty cool.
Newt. That's cool. Hi, I'm a newt. I have little gloves on my arms and legs. Let's go on an adventure. Oh, adventure's canceled.
I would be interested to
All
see
clear, arcade's closed.
I'd be interested to see if someone like can actually do like a good movie that like references like internet culture without being cringy. Like,
jeez,
I wonder
like
if that'll
Wreck-It
ever
Ralph.
happen. Yeah, but like if it was like actually done well.
I don't know if you've experienced this, but I was thinking about it while watching Superman. It's like living in the culture today is like really cool, but seeing it portrayed in a movie is really cringy, you know?
Cringy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it just gets it so wrong. Like it's so, I don't know. It doesn't feel anything like the way the world is today.
Or it's like so corporate the way they go about it.
Yeah. Well,
Like
yeah.
you can't actually like, I don't know. If you're a big studio, you can't like use something that like the normal people are using. Then you just come off as like pretentious.
Well, also, like I've noticed in a lot of movies and things, like in Black Mirror, they do this a lot. It's like a tech company where, like, you know, everybody's swearing, nobody's wearing shoes, everybody is like, you know, cutthroat and like, you know, and I don't know. It's like that environment is like in a ton of movies, when in reality, there's only really a handful of places in the world that operate like that. Maybe like 10 businesses that have offices that are like the way they're portrayed in the movies. I don't know.
I think like it's honestly I'm kind of surprised because like I feel like there hasn't been something that's been like controversial in a very long time in terms of like something that like parents are like really upset over. Like,
Yeah. Parents
can you
upset
think of
over.
any- Yeah, like I don't know, like back in the day it was like, oh, parents are upset over Pokemon or parents are super upset over SpongeBob.
Well, Cocomelon and iPads.
Yeah, I guess so, but I feel like so many like parents will just give their kids their iPod or iPads and just like let them like go on whatever.
Nah, I'm never. No way. I don't know, man. I'll give my kid a Chinese finger trap and stick his fingers in it to keep him entertained.
I think that like one movie that actually like, or I don't know, I think it could be an interesting movie. There's like these old PC like point and click like adventure games called Putt Putt or something
Oh,
with the
yeah.
little like purple car. I don't know if they
I'll
made
pull
like
'em
a
up.
movie of that. Like
Putt
that
Putt
could be.
movie?
Yeah, no, that would be cool. Or
Well-
like Pajama Sam or something.
It was like back in the day they had like books and they basically were the same stories just with a different character over top. Like Little
Yeah.
Critter goes to the dentist. Putt Putt goes to the dentist. I don't know. Is this seriously the cover of this game? There's no way. It looks like Photoshop to hell, man. Oh, I hope that it doesn't. Yeah. Nah, that's what I thought. There's no way. Yeah, dude. Putt Putt.
Like-
Pajama Sam. What was it? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Or is that something else?
Another movie that I feel like I don't know, they could just like there's so much that like hasn't been done yet that I think could kind of be pulled off.
Tetris movie. I guess that came out. I did not see it. My schedule
Actually,
was
like-
blocked up.
One movie that kind of did like the cringeworthy humor, like well, I don't know if you saw it, but Mitchell's and the Machines.
I did not see that one.
Like it is very like cringy at times, but like it's like cringy in a way that it feels like relatable.
This
Like
the art style too, not gonna lie, is like it kind of makes me cringe a little bit because like I've seen that art style used in like a lot of indie like games and movies and stuff
yeah.
where it's like very wacky and like kind of like marionette-ish.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not my favorite like art style, but the movie really won me over because like it just did like the family dynamic like super well.
Mhm.
And like I don't know, it's got like like the dad who's like trying too hard to like make his kids and family happy, and then like the kids are like complaining about everything, and they're like, oh, like this trip sucks, like this isn't what we want to do, like we want to just be on our technology or whatever. And then like I don't know, it like took like things that normally would be kind of cringy, but put enough like emotional like substance behind it that you're like, all right, I've kind of had my own experiences with family that are like this.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
if you're
like you
gonna
can actually relate to it.
if you're gonna criticize it too hard, then you're just like a grouch.
Yeah. Like it genuinely was like a very like touching movie at the end of it, I remember. And like even though it was very cringy like at times, like it reeled me back in because like I just felt like the family was like a very like real family dynamic. Like
Interesting.
kind of like same thing with like the movie Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, I
Like,
love that movie.
such a good movie because it portrays like that like family is sometimes cringy, but like it's okay because like that's your family, like you're just having fun with them.
Dude, that's exactly what it is, and it's like they're all you got, you know?
I'm sorry, which movie were we talking about?
Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine.
All right, yeah, the movie's so good.
Dude, and the grandpa, I don't know, it's just like such a yeah, well, I don't know, it's like there's this thing, like this phrase that everybody's has like family problems, or like no family is like perfect, you know? And it's just like, I don't know, yeah, I don't know, it's just a good family movie. I want to watch it again, like now that I'm like a few years older.
Yeah,
I
and see
miss,
if you
like-
appreciate it more.
Yeah. I miss family movies. I don't know, there's something about them that like
Paul Dano.
they are good. The Way Back, did you guys see that one?
No.
That's another one that I really like.
The Way
Steve
Back.
Carell's actually in it too, and Toni Collette. Oh, it's actually, yeah, it was made by the same studio that made Little Miss Sunshine and Juno. So
Is that the girl from the Winn-Dixie movie?
I think so. Ellen Page, now Elliot Page.
Rolling hella deep. I feel like Adele.
Wait, Elliot Page is he the main actor?
Yeah. In Juno, it's Elliot Page and Michael Cera were like the main actors. Juno's a good movie too. It's a little like, again, a little like cringy, but also like, I feel like you need to have like cringe to make things like kind of emotional.
Dude,
It just makes it more real.
Ben Affleck is in the movie too?
Oh, and which one?
In The Way Back?
Oh, he is?
I
I don't
saw a thing
remember
that
him
said
in
ending scene. Looks like him. And what's her
It might be
face?
Sam Rockwell.
Maya Rudolph too. Goated. Absolutely goated.
Oh yeah, Maya Rudolph. I love her. She's like one of my favorite like actresses. I feel like, I don't know, she just has like funny roles, but she's also like good at acting too.
Yeah. Nah, she is just funny.
She plays like a good character every time, I feel like. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. So like the cool thing about like The Way Back too is it kind of like gives that like portrayal of like a kid who like his parents might not be the best influence, but then he kind of like finds like external influence, and like, yeah, it's kind of like a dude who like never grew up, but like that guy still gives him like, life advice to the point where like he develops and grows from it.
Well, yeah, that's like a thing, like, it's like, how do you save people from being in crappy situations? And it's like, you can't really, they have to like get themselves out, and then, I don't know, like, how do you, like, if you want to get yourself out of a crappy situation and like make things better for yourself or your kids or whatever, I don't know, like, you got to dig your way out. And it's like hard to kind of break bonds with people who are close to you, like family or whatever, who are like, if they're bad influences,
It's hard to break the cycle.
Yeah, the cycle of poverty, the power within, the power within.
Did you guys see F1 yet?
No. but I heard it's
Nick,
really
did
good.
you see F1?
Again, which movie? I'm sorry. Jacob's mic is just quiet for me.
Yeah, you're good. Did you see F1?
F1. No, I was actually planning on seeing it tomorrow. I heard really good things about it.
Yeah, no, it sounds really good. Someone was talking about it the other day and was talking about how much they loved it, but yeah, I've heard like really, really good things about it. Which, like, you know, I was laughing at it in theaters because, like, I just was like, oh, like, this is so stupid. Like, they got this old Brad Pitt playing, like, a F1 driver. But honestly, like, it does look pretty good.
From what I've heard, it's like the movie of the year.
I just got reminded, this is another Superman thing, but I don't know if this was intentional or not, but when Lex Luthor was controlling Ultraman and like making him punch Superman in the face, his command, because he was like shouting numbers and letter codes for like all of the different things, like punch, kick, whatever. He was saying 1A, 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 and that's like that's the what you would give somebody when you're sending them off to war in a draft. I don't know if it was intentional, but like, you know, there were, you know, you'd go, this person 1A, 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 you know, like off to war. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but yeah, that was just a little thing that
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be, could not be. Who knows? But yeah, F1 I heard is just like, it's literally like Top Gun Maverick. It's like in the same vein where it's just like a good, cool movie. I don't know. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'm getting tired, so my brain's starting to kind of shut down. But
that's good. We got an hour and 36 minutes 02. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let's go to Scooby-Doo 64 as like the final thing. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Go check out the main channel, Luke Wilson TV, working on stuff.
As always, I always appreciate it. We'll be back.
Yes. Everybody give a nice warm round of applause to Nick and Jacob.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. You guys are too kind.
And yeah. Anything you guys wanted to say?
No, that was it. Go watch Superman if you haven't already. If you're watching this now, you need to see it.
Watch
great.
Creep and Creep 2.
Okay. Well, see you guys the next one. Actually, no, wait. Next week, we will not be here because I will be in another country. And the week after that, I will also be in another country. So next 2 weeks will be no podcast, but I'll be posting further information. Go look at the Instagram. Yeah, that's all. Peace.